Hey, what's up guys? Rev here. You smell that? That's the smell of me being canceled for this video. But in all seriousness, I don't think anything I'm going to say is really that crazy. We're just covering a sensitive topic. So over the past day or so, social media has been a war zone with many different camps fighting over the character Bridget from the Guilty Gear franchise. Instead of focusing on the fact that Bridget can deflect attacks with her ass, people have decided to fight over Bridget's gender. Some claiming that Bridget is supposed to be a male character, some saying Bridget is now a transgender female based on new material from the franchise. And as you can guess, the social media discourse around this has been very civil, and all parties involved have definitely remained respectful at all times. But yeah, this debate was ignited after an announcement alerting players that Bridget will be the latest character to join the Guilty Gear Strive roster. A lot of evidence of this character being male comes from the character's lore in previous games from the franchise. The evidence that they might be trans comes from largely news sources and dialogue from the arcane mode of the game. But one thing is clear, this whole situation is a giant mess, and while the official site for the game does everything in its power to avoid using pronouns in Bridget's description, let's try our best to objectively look through the evidence and get a good read on this situation. So to begin, I think it's important that we discuss the lore of this character. Bridget is a twin raised in a village where the birth of twins of the same gender was considered bad luck, and it was demanded that one of the twins should either be sacrificed or exiled if it should happen. Bridget's parents, in an attempt to save their child, decided to raise Bridget as a girl, an act of necessity and something that Bridget was very aware of. So as for the evidence that Bridget identifies as male, here's a few examples. First, screen caps from previous games where Bridget just outright states that they're a guy. Second, archived screenshots of the character's wiki page that lists their gender as male before it was changed to female since yesterday's announcement, proof of which can be found in the listed revisions. And third, we have statements from the game's developers from years back describing how they thought it would be interesting to make the character a guy. And for the proof that they identify as female, largely comes from the arcane mode from Strive, where oddly enough in one of the earlier scenes, Bridget corrects someone calling them female and says that they're actually a man. However, in one of the later scenes, Bridget suddenly claims that they're actually a female and are okay with female pronouns. And to make this clear, this is not just in the localization, similar dialogue in the arcane mode are found in the Japanese version as well. And again, some people have pointed to the wiki page to say Bridget has been a female all along, but that only happened yesterday when it was revised from male to female. Another thing to pay attention to is leaked audio files that are yet to be released in the game, where Bridget basically comes out as trans. But I can't confirm any of that for now since it's not public, but it's worth noting. I'll be honest, I don't think it's crazy to take either side. Up until the last few days, the franchise has made a clear image that Bridget was a man forced to identify as female due to the superstitions of their village and wished to be viewed as male at that time. Based on the arcane mode of Strive, it appears that they have gone the opposite direction, and Bridget is now a transgender female character. But I think the heart of this issue, in terms of this character's identity, can be traced back to shitty writing. And it's not shitty because they're trans, it's shitty because they retconned a character's entire identity in the game's arcane mode, where at one point they said they were male and female within the space of a few scenes. And trust me, I'm not some block-headed caveman, I get the nuances of this situation. I also think that Bridget, as someone forced to identify as female at a young age, makes them kind of a sad example of a trans character, and a sloppily written one at that. But that's kind of besides the point. Having said all of that, based on the new material, it appears that Bridget is a trans character, and I have a feeling that it'll be a lot more obvious as Strive's content continues to come out. How you feel about this change is up to you. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope this was informative about the subject, and please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.